Hey there, I'm Dizzywit, and this is... We're gonna cut right to the chase this episode, and it's not because I have clinical depression and nothing's funny.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine, and you're not.
But because I found some tapes that I'm curious about, and your entertainment comes second to my curiosity. For the uninitiated, I throw a bunch of junk in this that I find at thrift stores. We pick out 3 things, and we see what it's all about. But today's a little different. Outside of a thrift store, sitting in a free bin, I found 3 VHS tapes that only have blocks of color on the front. And I want to know what they are. But that's not all. We're going to reach in and find more stuff to look at, because there may be nothing on there. We'll take a look at this book that has ripped off pages. And we'll check out whatever Baldknobbers means. Alright, let's get to it. First, let's check out Pink.
Brace yourself. This is most shocking. Camcorder chaos.
So back in the day, before it was so popular on the internet, we used to have to watch shows like this to get our softcore gore. And the whole VHS seems to be full of this junk from the True Crime Network.
As the dark menace rips into the main section of town, local Jason Tyler runs outside with his camera.
So this is pretty interesting. I was just going to show old commercials from this tape because it's like boring stuff. But someone was filming 2 VHS in 2024. Whose uncle's VHSs have I found? Let's move on. Now I'm super curious. Let's do white next. I don't know how to transition. Putting that in. I put that in the VCR.
A staircase in a quiet suburban residence is the scene of a bizarre crime.
There is no visible blood on the staircase.
So it's basically all True Crime Network from a couple of years ago. And when I went to fast forward, the tape was super violent. Like usually you hit fast forward and there's 2 types of VHSs. One type, fast forward's kind of like just normal. The second kind, you can click fast forward twice and it'll go a little bit faster. This one, I hit fast forward and it sounded like a jet engine going off. It made my VHS player beep. I've never even heard of something like that happening. I don't know. Somebody's uncle's doing some weird stuff. Let's get that last tape. So this one is the one that piqued my curiosity because the front is off of it and it just looks like someone would film a murder on it. Let's go check this out.
Smoky Mountain experience. I mean, when you come to Sevier County, there's a lot of crazy attractions that have nothing at all to do with the mountains. We wanted something that was, again, very authentic, very, very real to the visitors. And again, we wanted it to be, multi-generational.
And to my surprise, it wasn't a murder at all. It was East Tennessee PBS with super wholesome content, mainly about local art and the community, and a genuinely positive tape.
Occasionally we'd stop at a little country store and there would be like these pickled eggs in this big jar, and this man with not really clean hands would stick his hand down in the jar and pull out an egg, and we would suddenly not be as hungry.
Elaine Myers, survived those dicey boiled eggs and is now the president of the Museum of Appalachia.
The fact that they're just ripping stuff from their TV is kind of wild. Like, that's a practice that used to happen a lot, but why these particular tapes ended up in that particular place, kind of confounding. I guess somebody's weird uncle died and left it to them. The fact that someone is recording to VHS in 2026 or 25 or 24, what have you, in the 2020s in general, and the fact that it's all true crime and PBS is pretty... But unfortunately, you can find all of this stuff online, and it's not rare or a treasure or anything. So we're going to have to give it a... So here's the thing. I don't really have the music station or whatever you want to call it set up right now. So you're going to have to deal with it looking ugly. I know you're not used to it with such a beautiful bastard like me around, but we're going to check this out. I'm pretty sure it's stupid, so we're just going to... I don't even know why I do music on this channel. It's going to get me copyright claimed. I don't know why I even try with music on this channel, because the last creative endeavor that I had got cucked so hard by copyrights. I'm going to edit out the giant rant that I just went on and just say that I love country music, especially old country music. But this reminds me of your mother, because it takes the cake of sucking. The only difference is I make her smile. Now, I would be lying if I said that I didn't pick this particular book after I found those VHSs, because it is a conspiracy theory activity book. Not really activity, but your average conspiracy theorists can't read. So they have to put these little things in here, like John Wilkes Booth. Well, let's see what little ditty they have here. So you'd be like, oh my God, I have to keep reading because it has this fucking junk on it. I'm sure let's just say, what does it say? Okay, they're saying that John Wilkes Booth didn't die. That's really the only sentence I needed to read in this chapter. Wait, where do they think he went? One theory is that when Booth realized Jefferson Davis wasn't going to throw a parade for him, and that he was basically screwed forever, he adopted an alias. Interviewing historians... Jesus Christ. He became a mummy? What? Confederate gold, stolen treasure, or hidden wealth from the Confederacy. Oh, look, it's a thing and it's a bunch of little things in here. Oh, that must be evidence. Look at that code. I bet it leads to something. What are they really trying to tell us? 20 million in gold simply disappeared at the end of the Civil War? You're telling me that something corrupt happened during a war? Whoa. That's a crazy conspiracy. The Georgia Godstones, these are safe zone. See these? These are your trouble zones. Never go there. Oh, you're safe from earthquakes, floods, and solar flares? Yeah, we totally didn't have floods and minor earthquakes in Tennessee in recent history. Mental poisoning. Thoughts of the enslaved mind. Damn, I should get my shit together now. This is pretty based. I'm probably going to keep this. That is legitimately dope. A paper, Georgia Godstones. I can't even imagine what junk this guy's spewing. The Rosicrucians, the 2012 connection. Oh Lord, we're going just basic conspiracies here. D.B. Cooper, who did he be? He was this guy, and then he put on sunglasses. Damn, that's why we never found him. That's crazy. Oh, here's his debt. A dude stole a bunch of money and got away with it. There's no conspiracy. Or he died. Who cares? Where's the cornerstone of democracy? What if I told you that the cornerstone is democracy is missing? What if I told you who gives a fuck? Yeah, it's probably the damn Illuminati or something. This guy's revolutionary, saying that the White House is controlled by secret organizations. That's crazy. The spear of destiny is supposed to used to stab Christ on the cross. Whoa, that's crazy. Whoops, I ripped a swastika. The real Da Vinci Code? Did Leonardo predict an apocalypse? That would be crazy if a guy at some point in history was like, something bad's gonna happen. Man, this tells the truth right here. Man, that right there, all this fucking blob. Man, that is evidence. I mean, look, it's raining. Are you telling me that this scuzzy fuck predicted that it's going to rain? Consider my mind blown. Is there any gold in Fort Knox? Ooh, this is kind of... Oh yeah, somebody used this as a... So we're just going to skip this chapter. Project Blue Book, report number 8. What are we going to find here? They're going to unlock the truth. It looks like a survey. A guy saw a UFO. Dang. This guy also seen a flying disc. Man, you busted Roswell wide open with this one, Brad Meltzer. Here we go. This is the real truth. And it is literally... Somebody used this as a... It is stuck together. JFK got killed by... Who fucking cares? Damn, I learned so much from this that I can't hardly stand it. The thing about it is, Brad Meltzer and Keith Farrell...
Your mom's a hoe.
My bad. So what did we learn here today? We learned that just because it seems cool, and it seems like it goes against the grain, and it seems like you're the only one that's smart enough to figure it out, doesn't mean that it's reality. Just because you think everyone else is stupid and not seeing the facts doesn't mean anything to the truth. But sometimes pseudoscience can give you a cool little knick-knack. We learned that I crash the fuck out anytime things don't go my way. And I take it out on perfectly fine music. And then I edit it all out. And we learned to do whatever makes you happy. Even if it seems dumb, happiness is a protest to the modern world. Did that make the guy happy when he recorded that stuff? I don't know, but he did it. He couldn't have hated it. And with that half-ass outro, I've been Dizzy Wit. Y'all been cool. If you want more content, too damn bad. I have to work. And in fact, I'm filming this before a 15-hour shift. That's why I have dead eyes and dirt under my fingernails. Thanks for the hateful comments.